The Wemmershoek Traverse is a self-supported challenge to traverse the mountain tops between Wemmershoek Pass and the Kloof Pass. The distance is only 38 kilometers, but with 3,000 meters of climbing on very challenging terrain without trails. This is not a hiking trail, but rather a mountain expedition. The route requires agility and strength to negotiate hundreds of rock obstacles on the way. The first day was a relatively easy 6.5 kilometer hike with 870 meters of climbing, where we camped at an altitude of 1,575 meters just below the summit of Perdekop. The weather was perfect and it was a pleasure to set up camp and have supper while the sun was setting. During the night, a strong wind picked up, making it difficult to sleep, with the tents flapping and bending in the wind. Day 2 is a proper challenge, with 3 mountains to traverse with heavy packs. From here the trail disappears and you have to navigate with a GPS and a map. The first summit is Wemmershoek Peak at 1,766 meters, which is also the highest point on the route. The next summit is Wemmershoek Tafelberg at 1,748 meters. From there you descend through a boulder graveyard, which is probably the toughest part of this route. After more than 10 hours, we arrived at Winterberg Lakes. This is an absolute oasis, sheltered from the wind. We set up camp on soft sand just below the summit of Winterberg. On day 3, we woke up and the weather was perfect. We refueled with coffee and breakfast, ready to take on the final section of the traverse. We descended to below 1,000 meters, where we swam in pools that were still icy cold from the melted snow just 2 weeks ago. Our final ascent was a long steep ridge to the top of Haelhoek Sneeukop at 1,532 meters. From there we descended to Huguenot Peak at about 1,300 meters. Tired but inspired by great memories, we reached the Kloof Pass, the end of our fantastic mountain adventure.